I'm Phil Britten, telethon adventurer, and I just recently completed the Man vs Wild challenge up here in remote Kimberlys. And wow, no real words can explain what we experienced over the last 6 days, but except for wow. I've been on a fair few adventures over the last few years, but this particular one, I have learnt so much useful tools that I could use in my everyday life. It wasn't necessarily about surviving on nothing. It was about learning about the bush, learning about yourself, learning how to find food and how you'd get yourself out of trouble. But just little tiny things that I could then take those useful tools into my everyday life, back to my kids, and show them about living in a different way than society is right now. Learning how to make fire, find water, get out of trouble, and just getting food as well. Fishing in the river and doing whatever you can to survive. But I think the one takeaway that I'm going to get from this trek here, and I suppose I have from the other ones, that when you go away and you have time to think, and you have that voice inside your head as you're trudging along the bush, it gives you time to think and assess where you are in life. And there's something that our trek leader Terry said to us one night about how does a child measure love. Well, they don't measure it by the love that you give, they measure it by the time that you give. Quality time that you give to your children. Quality time that you give to your wife, your husband, just your family in general. And that really stuck with me in our busy lives that we lead, and making sure that when we do have that time with our children or time with our family, that we really make the most of it. We really cherish those moments, because time does come and go, and when we look back at the memories, we want to see great happy ones as well. God forbid that anything happened to our children or anyone in our life, but that's sort of what we're trying to achieve here through the Telethon Adventurers. It's taking yourself outside of your normal comfort zone, doing something that you don't ever expect that you'd probably do, accomplishing something, but also reflecting on your everyday life. We then are able to build that awareness of curing childhood cancer, which is what it's all about. We don't want any of our children to get sick in any way, shape or form, but we've got a cause that we're fighting for, and that's to cure childhood cancer. And I can absolutely honestly swear that every adventure that I come on, by raising money, by raising awareness, creating new experiences for myself, it makes me a better person, and it then also will make myself and my family a better family unit together. And I really urge anyone who's ever thought about doing something a little bit different, or maybe don't even have the adventurous bug but wants to give something a go, I completely and utterly urge and push you to go do something like this. This Man vs Wild trek has just been over before it began. It happened so fast because we just enjoyed ourselves so much. I really can't wait to tell people in person about how this experience has helped me and changed me and given me an experience that I'll never ever forget. So again, if you out there are thinking about doing something, not just for yourself but for other people, if you want to raise much needed funds for a charity, then this is it. This is something where you get to be someone or experience something that you've never done before, but also linking that to something that's very worthwhile, which is helping fight the war against childhood cancer.